is that you said it took 4 years to really gain momentum to get where y'all are at now. And that's the stuff that nobody talks about because everyone's like, oh, we went from like, zero to $500,000 in sales in 30 days. Like, follow me to learn more, whatever. Like, can you talk, like, young people, especially, I think, have a very hard time understanding and grasping what 1,200 plus days looks like of just grinding and trying to find product market fit and trying to find right suppliers. Like, what did it mean to like take 4 years to really get the momentum of where you all are at today?
Yeah, I mean, like if I look back, and we're in our 6th year now, and it feels like I just started yesterday. But then when I like reflect back to the early days, it feels like forever ago. So it's like it's both a long time and not long time ago in my mind. I would say like it's like anything, any great success is like the 10-year overnight success or the 5-year overnight success, right? And I think the main thing is I always say to young entrepreneurs, like one of the most important things in the early days is just like time in the game. Like you really just got to put the work in every day. And in the first 2 years, and definitely the first year of building your business, not a lot makes sense. You're like making decisions with limited data, insight, and knowledge. It's not until you actually kind of do 1 to 2 years in the game that you can start to look back and apply a layer of hindsight as well as learned experience and like actually make sense of where you're going, especially if it's your first business. In second business, you can start to apply some of the things you've learned, and business is like, like there's a lot of uniqueness to it, but there is a playbook once you figured it out and kind of have the experience, similar to athletics or anything. Like a good athlete can go to sport and kind of figure out some basic stuff. So like, I think for young people that, see like maybe follow us on Twitter now and see what we're doing. Like I didn't really start posting on Twitter about my business stuff till I was 5 years in. I'm only really starting to post now. So people are probably seeing like, oh, this athlete just whipped up a sock brand and did 10 million in sales. Like, no, man, like it's been literally since 2016, head down for 4 years, co-founder buyouts, ups, downs, the pandemic, other things that have gone on like multiple times where it's like just been such an uphill battle and so difficult. And I think I tweeted the other day, like being an entrepreneur is like equal parts, extremely painful, as well as awesome, because like on one hand you're doing your own thing, working on your dream, but on the other end the buck stops with you. And it's like a first time entrepreneur, it weighs heavy on you. There's a lot of sleepless nights, there's a lot of working, and then you start to grow a team, and then everyone looks to you to have the answers. But like we're just as flawed and like inexperienced as everyone else for the most part. Like young 20s kid trying to figure it out, running a team and stuff. It's like just trying our best. So I think my main message and long-winded answer is around just like, I think people need to just be more patient and honestly just focus on the fundamentals. Like I always get so many messages now of like, I've got an idea, how should I start? And I just say start.
Do
Like
anything.
just actually do stuff. Like when I decided to start my business in 2016, I registered it that night, and then the next day walked down to the local mall and got hats with the logo put on it, like at the store called Lids. Walked my ass into school and then sold those hats to my classmates. I was like, I'm in business, like I'm an entrepreneur. I like started that day, right? And then just like slowly but surely ordered some lanyards from China and then sold those, and then started to figure out like, okay, I figure out how to source and import and sell, and let's push. So just like I always say, focus on like one thing you can do that day, like check it off the list, and then focus on one more. And then eventually over 30, 60, 90 days, you've accomplished a ton. And then you can start to build on that momentum and make sense of where it should go. I'd say like you're better off spending all your time on that in the first 90 days or even like 6 months than like writing a business plan or a pitch deck or any of that kind of stuff. Like just get started. Like it's so important.